come out. 2nd and 6, 2 tight ends on the right-hand side. They're going to run that direction. Some good blocks by those tight ends. And a great stiff arm right there. He's going to get into the open field. 20, 15, stiff arm at the 10 to the 5. Brought down about the 4-yard line. 51.
2nd and long. They'll go play action here. King steps back, fires down the sideline. Wide open. Martinez to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Around the CFSL episode number 1, our pilot episode. We've been hinting at this in league chat lightly, vaguely. I know some people may have been asking you about it. So now we're here, Around the CFSL. First, I want to thank the RC party for the inspiration.
Shout out them. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to
Everyone but Nico. Shout out.
Damn, yeah, because Nico wasn't
Nico
there.
wasn't there.
So shout out to Horns, David, and State for bringing us onto that podcast. But ever since then, we've kind of stashed the idea in our back pocket that we wanted to start a podcast of our own. And now we're here at the start of season 26, Around the CFSL, episode number 1. And if you don't know us yet, my name's Valente. I am the AD of Alabama and broadcaster, writer, rising personality, hopefully, I guess, in this league. And I'm joined by my good friend, also broadcaster, and maybe soon to be AD, but current assistant head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Voke sounded like, hey, make the move now.
Yeah, we can just change it. We can change it to the AD party once you get that.
The AD party, 80s only. Limit ourselves to 22 other people who can come on.
Yeah, just 24. Well,
yeah, because if 24 ADs, if you and I were both ADs, that leaves 22 spots.
Yeah, but me and you were on the RC party. We're not RCs.
You were at one point.
So were you.
I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, you were at LSU, right?
No, I was gonna be.
Oh,
but Babs left right before we were gonna make that move.
And you weren't in Oklahoma?
No, Babs was the OC at Oklahoma.
Well, before we get into our activities for the day, let's we kind of already introduced ourselves a little bit, but let's talk about how we got here, because now we're in an era, or not an era, but we're in a point in the league where we're starting to see a bunch of new faces come in. And you got newcomer games that we're going to talk about. So a lot of people's journeys are just getting started. Meanwhile, me and you, we've had, I think we're going on season 7 for both of us. 6 or 7.
This is our 7th season in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Our second player, we're both entering our junior year.
So
we've been.
Where did you start off? We were talking about it like vaguely there for a second, but where did you start off? What got you to where you are now?
So first off, shout out Valente. He's the one who put me on the sauce. Valente put me on the sauce. He's like, yo, I know you're the guy who I know who will absolutely rock with this. Invited me. I'm like, I'll make it a light 4-star. And then I made the biggest mistake of my life of committing to a school called LSU with, at the time, Swaggy McMuffins as the AD, better known as Babs, my boy. Yeah. And Babs had the best recruiting pits I think I've ever had with an AD. I think I've shown you the recruiting pits he hit me.
Do you want to go into detail of what it was, or?
First 20 messages between each other were just gifts.
Mm.
No messages, no words. The first word said between any of us was scholarship gif from Babs. That was the first message with words in it. But I ended up there. He made me fall.
There's probably a good 20 other people that we could talk about what it takes to be a good recruiter. But I think everyone can agree that having that connection with somebody is like a good start. It's a really good start.
Babs accidentally hit my weak spots so fast. He hit food. You know, he was at LSU at the time. Livy Dunn was there. He hit there.
Yeah.
Like
No, I can
Babs,
see
he just knew it.
you got started at LSU, right? You
Yeah.
stayed there for
2
3 seasons?
years.
2?
I was there my first 2 years.
Okay.
Babs left. A unnamed AD took his spot, who may or may not be a Hall of Famer, who I may or may not be his AAC for now.
What was it Wookie that took his spot?
Wookie took over LSU and Babs left.
See,
No, Wookie took over
I thought Trips took over and then
after
Wookie took
Wookie
over
left.
with Trip. Okay.
So
Really?
how that went down was Babs left. Oh no, it was.
It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
I think no, because Trips was there until Luz.
No, right, yeah. Trips was
Because we lost my senior year with my DN 2 trips in the playoffs, and then he went to LSU.
yeah, and then Wookie took over for that season, and then Lars
Then
took over.
Wookie was there. So no, because my first DM with I was there at LSU when this happened. It was Wookie because Wookie tried to convince me to stay.
Right, yeah.
I was out the door. Babs was gone. I wanted to go compete for a title. I went to OU with DT. We then went 8-0 in the regular season, lost. And then that dang Irishman came knocking at my door with my next player again. And I'm like, I just took the easy way of going to Oklahoma, who had Del Este. Some of my boys had just committed there. Babs' new player, Akuma Hunter, who was good friends with from LSU, went there. I'm like, Coy had a great corner coming in, and I'm like, dude, this defense could be special. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Took the easy way out. Still, Trips, man, hurt me. Hurt me a lot. But then Wookie came a call, and I'm like, you know what? I was between them and Texas, who had a horrible AHC at the time.
I don't like that guy either. I don't know who you're talking about, but I don't like him either.
And got down to that point, and I eventually just said, let's go try to be the big piece that starts a Notre Dame rebuild, thinking I was going to go there to be a player. At that point, Wookie's like, you're active. You want to come be my OC? Sure. Did I know what I was getting myself into, that I'd end up as his AHC and doing as much for this program as I've done since my freshman year? Did I think that was going to happen? I don't think Wookie thought I was going to be this important to Notre Dame when he brought me in.
I don't even think you thought that either.
I thought I was going to run a few sims here and there for him. Maybe help recruit. I ended up doing our draft board. Killed it.
You did, yeah. No.
Ended up killing the next draft.
I think you stole our second round pick. I'm not even lying.
Last year?
I don't remember.
Last year we took Pittman.
Pittman? No, it wasn't Pittman.
Pittman was a second.
I think I'm talking about this season.
This season we took Holland. Free safety.
Second round? Okay, no, never mind. It was somebody else. Might have been Cade. I think it might have been Cade. Shout out to Cade.
But I ended up finding myself in a spot where I think I can say I'm a very known up and coming AHC.
For sure, absolutely.
I put my name up there with Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I could be me feeding my own ego.
No,
Johnny's that guy.
No, Johnny is that guy. Johnny, if Ware was incapacitated, I wouldn't respond. I think Johnny would be in good hands. This is a hot take, but I think Johnny could lead that team to a national championship right now.
I think Johnny, I could speak the world about Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
I DM'd Johnny last year, off season, because I thought he was going to apply.
Mm-hmm.
I fully thought he was going to apply, and he's like, "No, I didn't. I'm not. I don't think I'm ready yet." And I'm like, "But I swear to God, you and I are going to apply the same year."
He's the most ready. No,
and it's going to be the year there's one opening, and it's going to be me versus Johnny, and I'm losing that battle.
Yeah, no, respectfully.
I will say myself.
There's some HCs in the league right now that are former ADs, so let's exclude former ADs. Johnny is probably the most ready, and we're probably not going to get into this whole conversation of who's up next, but Johnny would be at the top of that conversation for me.
Dude, Johnny's on like what he's done. I mean, we'll talk about probably them more when we talk Tennessee UNC later.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna
hats off to
glaze.
Johnny. He and I, we were all there. He's a great guy too. I mean, we were
Yeah.
all there for the playbook draft.
Mm-hmm.
Not playbook draft,
The pro
sorry.
draft. Yeah.
Pro draft. The work he put in there to help.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all the respect in the world for Johnny.
Yeah. All right. Now
Talk about you.
Yeah. So I started off. I believe I came in the tail end of season 19. Made my first player season 20. Committed to Texas. My former AD. Well, let's talk about just my experience there. I was there as a player for one season, and then that next season we had our assistant head coach. Something happened to him. Not going to disclose it. If you know, you know. They needed a coaching spot. Our AD, former AD of Texas, Ryan Moreland mentioned, he's like, hey, to the locker room. He's like, if anyone's interested in coaching, which by the way, this is a really good way to find like your next up guy is ask your locker room. It's not a desperate look. But
That's how we found, Scoot and Vivac both who were great RCs for us this year.
Exactly, yeah. So I started off as a GA. I started simming before anything. So I learned the ropes of simming, I believe, in season 21. Yeah. And then I got the DC spot in season 22. Eventually upgraded to assistant head coach in that off season. So going into season 23. In season 23, we probably had the worst season that I think I've ever had in this league. We went 3-5.
It must be nice saying that's the worst season you've had.
Sorry.
That must be nice.
I'm so sorry.
Dog, I stand by it. Hey, over the span of 3 seasons, I'm 12-12. 0-8, 8-0, 4-4. Never will be replicated.
Yeah, y'all are gonna be good this year, but we'll talk more about that later. So after that 3-5 season, we landed 0 recruits. But this was, I believe it was the first season of the off-season draft. And we had landed so many foundational pieces that made that next recruiting class so much better.
Such a good draft.
Like the two that I can name right now is Barry Thomas, Buff Flash, who's the OC at Texas still.
Great dude. Love Flash.
And then Tank Cole, who's no longer in the league, but his defensive lineman is insanely good. I can't take that away from anything. No. Then going into season 24's draft, we had a great offseason. We landed generational talent linebacker Marshall Madden, who's still at Texas. I believe that was the season that we drafted both Wesley Smalls, who's now with me at Bama, and Grayson James, who's at Penn State now. So that was the season we won the national championship. I then applied to become an AD. So funny story. Kaleb was the reason that I applied for AD. His one message to me, he sent me the thread, and his one message to me is, what is the one thing, what's holding you back? What's keeping you there? And my message back was, give me a minute. I'm trying to find an excuse. I love what we had at Texas. Everybody there, like I still have a couple of those guys that are on my team now at Bama, and everybody that was a part of those teams was great, and it was very hard to leave. But after the season,
you were one more year there because Mateo played a year at Texas.
Yeah, season 24.
Yeah. Sorry, because you got ceased that off season 2.
Yeah, my second player, Mateo Macias, wide receiver, currently here at Bama, going into junior season. I believe went from, I went for 1,100 yards first season. We won the national championship as the assistant head, or as I was there as the assistant head coach. And then I applied for AD earlier towards the start of the playoffs, I believe is when it came out. Had the interview went good. I got to talk to Mike, who shout out to him for giving us the green light to do this. Travis, and I believe it was Ryan that was the last person there. So it was 3 guys, me. Fun time talking to them. Felt like I was being interrogated, but it's all good, like when you're aiming for something that you really want, and there's people that are like, I won't say protective, but I will say protective at the same time, because they want to make sure they got the right person. They want to make sure that the people that they select are, going to be a good fit. So yeah, I can openly say I was being interrogated, but in a good way. So, believe it was me and Controller who got the 2 spots. Controller went to Oregon. He's now at Texas, and I got the spot at Bama. So, spent my last season as the AD of Bama. Went 6-2 and lost in the first round of the playoffs. So 6-3. Shout out to Ware, and not shout out to Ware at the same time, because I know we're not. We're doing the whole conference draft thing too. So I don't know how much longer. I don't know how much. How many more battles that me and Ware are gonna have, but it's. I'm really looking forward to facing off against Ware whenever we get the chance.
That's week 3, right?
I believe so. Yeah, we do have one this season.
So I'm pretty sure you guys play week 3 because we play you week 2.
Yeah, we do have one this season, but we're gonna have to figure it out for the next few years, or for over the coming seasons, because we get the conference draft.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've spent however long introducing ourselves,
Right.
let's get on to the programming. So each week, do you want to start with newcomers, or you want to do our picks first? Do you want that to be last?
We'll do newcomers first. So
Okay.
basically, like I said, this is a pilot episode. This is normally we have a lot more because we have a full week of CFSL action.
Exactly. Yep.
Where we normally talk, underdogs.
Yeah.
The guys who don't get to shine, maybe a 3 stars, maybe a guys who quietly had great games you don't expect to do that.
Yeah.
Your team of the week, not game of the week, but the team that impressed you the most or whatever. Whatever. Obviously, we don't have that this week because we didn't have a week schedule of games. What we have, though, is the newcomer games and the Senior Bowl.
Right.
Which is what we can talk about.
Well, let's dig into it. So, I guess we can go with our players of the week if you want. So who stood out to you out of all the freshmen that we're about to be watching next week? Who stood out?
I mean, I think you got to be the quarterback who won it all, right? TD Jackson.
Mm-hmm. I know that pains you to say.
I mean, look, as I told someone, my thing with the newcomer games is I love the newcomer games because you get to watch your players.
Mm-hmm.
I take some of this with a grain of salt.
Absolutely,
at times.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, defense is one thing. You're gonna be in a good spot defensively for the defensive players, especially corners, safeties, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is offensively, it's just not what you're gonna run, especially
Exactly,
quarterback wise. Like Clemson's not gonna. TD Jackson's not gonna throw as much as he did in the game. They have a great running back at Clemson and all that. I think it's not gonna be.
Do you remember what playbook they were in?
PSU.
Penn State?
Yeah, they were with Colorado.
They were in Colorado. Okay.
That's why I'm like they're not gonna go that pass heavy like Colorado did last year.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think they were.
I don't think that's just what they're gonna do.
I don't even think Clemson picked the book in the same scheme. So yeah.
No, but I think TD Jackson played really well. Again, he won it all. He didn't have a true 5-star receiver.
No, yeah, like All
He
respect to
had
everybody who played on that team.
Willie. He had Savage tight end, the two new tight ends,
Mhm.
huge people. You
Quarterback
had Dre Money as the other 5-star receiver.
who caught a touchdown, by the way.
Hey, shout out DSH. But
Yeah,
you just don't have the receiving core a lot of other teams had, and he found a way to win with it. So hats off to him. He balled out.
absolutely. Yeah, I gotta give it to him too. But there is one guy that I do want to shout out. Also on the East teams, Dante Crow, 5-star
Killer.
defensive end, going to Colorado. I believe he had 3 sacks in 2 games. It might have been 4. But I mean, he was getting to it both games. He was destroying, the opposing quarterback almost every single play. Like he was making some sort of an impact on the play.
I'm happy I don't gotta play them.
Yeah, and since we're homers, let's shout out someone from our team. Who was your favorite newcomer that's going to Notre Dame this season?
Do I gotta pick a favorite?
Just highlight
Do I got
someone. You love them all, but
I
highlight
I just
someone.
can say I love them all. I'm gonna give my love. He came up short. Vontae Davis.
Hmm.
He came up short. I'd love to also give James Billy one. He balled out too for them. I think Vontae had a good game 1, really good. Game 2, he just got a lot of attention.
Yeah,
Double teams. If you watch the game, he never really had one-on-one opportunities.
right.
I think he's going to be a monster for us. I have a feeling who you're going to shout out.
Who?
I feel like it's a former quarterback you had at Texas, his new
Oh no,
player.
no.
Oh,
Look, I'd love to give him a lot of credit because he had a really good first game. That second game was good too, but he's a 5-star, and I
yeah,
believe he's like a 95, 97 overall right now or
he's
something
good.
like that.
He's
Like
good.
he's probably the best linebacker not named Carter Washington in that game. Um, as Carter Washington did play linebacker, right?
He played in that game, yes, but he's going to be a D end or a tight end at Colorado.
Yeah, so he's probably the best linebacker in that game, not named Carter Washington, but um I gotta give it to T-Dub, Tyler Woodson. Look, you expect that out of someone who's 97 overall, but this guy just got drafted the night before, and he
Yeah,
gets the game sealing pick in the first game and a pick 6 in the second game.
that's baller.
I mean, and he wasn't even corner 1 or 2. So I mean, like he was corner 3. He wasn't out there every snap, but he made a big play. Every time he was out there, it felt like you could see him, go to work. And then another guy I want to shout out. He wasn't in the championship, but Elijah Banks was probably the main receiver for the North Side, and during the first night. Shout out to him. Shout out to 4CD. Also a longtime friend of mine.
Yeah,
But yeah, two guys who killed it. And of course, everybody freaking killed it, man. I can't.
I was going to say this
Yeah,
is
the
there's
only
no
person
bad
who didn't
players.
kill it, we can talk about this. Let's start a narrative, all right? Start a narrative. The only person who didn't kill it was the one that everyone expected to kill it, Joe Axis.
There has been a statement made by Drew Axis, if you haven't seen it.
I I didn't read it all.
So he made a statement on his play.
Hmm.
I'm not going to go find it, but it was basically, I played in the first quarter. I then went to the locker room and got jumped at the end of the first quarter, and some dude named Falcon Chestnut took my uniform, played with leg extenders, and played from the second quarter on. So my play is actually Falcon Chestnut.
You wanna know I don't believe that?
Why?
Even leg extenders couldn't make Falcon Chestnut that tall.
No, he didn't play well. He gets his get back.
Okay, look, I'm just saying this because Texas A&M's in our division, but they're in our conference. Sorry, but gotta push the narrative while I can. Okay.
Hey, no, I get that narrative because I have a feeling that narrative's going to get shut down.
Oh, it 1000% will. It'll get shut down really quickly. But you gotta take advantage of while you can. Look,
Absolutely.
here in the CFSL, we spin stories any way we can because the what's it called? The comeback is better than the setback, right? And that makes for
Absolutely.
a lot better of a story. See, last season we were like last season was a season of the underdog. Jesus,
You say the underdogs had a outstanding year.
you got your Clemson's, your Notre Dame's, your Oregon's, your Bama's, all of them projected
Like,
bottom two
I
in their
still
conference.
think my favorite thing was, the high schoolers thing said on Inside the Blitz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. And
And
like,
one of those teams made the Final Four. Two of those teams made the playoffs
yeah,
without going
all
to a
of them
vote.
made the playoffs. All of them made the playoffs.
No, of the four high school teams referenced,
Mm-hmm.
us, you guys, Oregon, Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska was referenced there. Yeah,
Nebraska was the fourth because they were playing a high school. We were all considered
we
the
all
high
played
school
Nebraska. Yeah,
and
yeah, that's what it was.
that's what it was. And we went out there and just, only one of these teams had playoff success. Shout out controller.
Hey, look, we both. No, let's
We
just
got
be honest.
killed.
We both got shit
It's
on.
just
Like,
dog.
we both got
It
shit on.
happens.
We weren't supposed
One
to
of us
get shit
got
on,
picked, the
but
other team picked someone, but that's the difference
yeah,
there. But
yeah, we weren't supposed to get. I'll just put it out there, man. It comes with being a rookie AD. I made a mistake. All right.
it happens.
I did my research, right? I did my research, but the one thing I didn't research and Ware told me after the game, I think he told me during the playbook draft too. Ware's never lost a revenge game.
Oh
And
wow.
the time that he's played a team in the same season, oh my god, okay. If he's ever played a team twice in the same season, if he lost the first time, he didn't lose the second time.
Wow.
I think that's the way you put it. And I made a mistake. Look,
It happens.
look when you play someone before, you give a little too much information out. Like we destroyed him week 4. He'll admit it. They destroyed us in the playoffs. I'll admit it. We gave out
Yeah.
a little too much in that week 4 game, and it probably made us, see through in that playoff game. But shout out to Ware. I really wish they went further because Tennessee definitely deserves that.
I think that team's gonna be really good this year again.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that. But see, where was I going with that? We were talking about. I'm so lost now.
I have no clue. Do you want us to go to predictions?
Yeah. Let's
We'll go.
let's talk about. Or do you want to talk about recruiting classes
I
first?
figured those would just tie in
Yeah. Okay.
because we'll have a chance to talk about every team with predictions.
Yeah, it'll tie in. So
So, you want to just go in order of schedule?
Yeah. So this episode is dropping Saturday. So Tuesday night, we start off with the Chick-fil-A kickoff over on Twitch. We have USC versus Auburn at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Dog, that's gonna be a great game.
It will be a great game, but I'm not even just saying this because I'm the BMAD, but USC is overkill good.
I think these two teams, without my bias, had the two best recruiting classes.
I can agree with that. Absolutely, yeah.
I think Auburn absolutely killed it in their recruiting. I think they did a great job. They got Cease and Jay, two of the top portal guys, who are going to be nightmares.
I'm pretty sure that was 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken.
No, because of available. Actually, it was 1 and 3.
1 and 3, okay, yeah.
Because Schultz was above Jay.
Okay, yeah. So Cease was 1, Jay
But
was 3.
It's of the guys who are openly available in the total portal 3 and 5 because of Tyree and Storm.
Okay,
We're 1 and 2.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
But I mean, Auburn killed it. So there's a way easier way for me to look at off-season additions. Shout out
It's in the
Frosty.
Discord. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, that's right. I was
The
looking and I'm
goat.
like, wait, there's a
The
way
goat.
easier.
I
The
know
goat
Frosty
Frosty.
probably doesn't even have time to watch this, but Frosty, you're the goat.
But I mean, they brought in Ollie P. Peters, Marshall Ruth, two safety. This team is going to be really good.
It will be, absolutely.
Like, I have no doubts in what this team is going to do. I just think you're running into a buzzsaw, which is a UNC team that was really good last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think got better.
Absolutely. No, like you got reigning OPOY, Bo Mayweather. You got what's his name at running back? Jake Williams, is it? Or Jaden Cobb? Is it both of them still?
Jaden Cobb. I think both might still be there.
Yeah,
I'll
and then
check.
you got two really good running backs either way.
But then you go in, you
what's their
lose
receiver room
Tyree.
look like?
You
'Cause
lose
they lost
Tyree.
Tyree and King.
Yeah, they lost King.
And
You
Guerrero.
then go on and
Guerrero
say,
graduated.
yeah, the receiver room looks like they brought in Johan Donnie.
Okay.
They still have Dante Frio. Then you bring in Ron Don.
Okay, Rondon was the big addition there.
Was big receiver addition.
What's see. I know Donnie
linebacker room is great. Donnie's gonna play receiver.
Yeah, Donnie will play receiver. I know
the
that.
tight end room is great. They still have Ol Hernandez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ol
They
Hernandez.
drafted Kayla Haynes.
Yep.
Who's gonna be really productive for them. Mm-hmm. Safety room is great. Linebacker room is gonna be good. They graduated all the corners, the secondary last year, pretty much.
And they brought him back.
So what do? You go get 3 of the top 5 corners in the class, and you go get the number 1 free safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you. We lost our entire secondary. Here's our response.
So there was a moment where I don't know who said it, but somebody said, "Can you save some DBs for us?"
It was Schoolboy.
Yeah,
it was Schoolboy. It was us. It was us. We were getting so. We were getting so annoyed.
More than just y'all. I'm pretty sure there was like
no,
3 different.
Everyone was because this was not a corner heavy class.
No, there was like 7 of them recruitable.
Let me see if I can show it.
I think there were 7 recruitable corners. Either way, 3 of them went to USC. That's the point that we're making. 3 of them went to USC, 2 went to Oklahoma. And actually, no, because Carr's player was a corner.
Carr's player, no, it was a DT's player was a corner. DT's player.
No, Carr was a safety, yeah. And then Murph's player.
Murph's player was a corner.
So there was like 5 recruitable corners, probably.
It was not a lot of recruitable corners, and 3 of them went to USC. Bo Bible went to USC, and I made him a fire song for nothing.
I remember you saying that.
So the USC had a great job. I have to go with USC. I don't like USC. We're going to beat the hell out of them week 3.
I don't like Auburn. I love Beard. Me and Beard have a good relationship.
So I want to be something. I love Auburn to death. I was this close going to Auburn. I was quite literally someone committing 5 minutes before me.
But now they got like 2 good running backs that are better than that one in Notre Dame. But
damn. But I love Battle. Battle's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Rex Allen, great dude. But I have to go with USC week 1. And if I'm proven wrong, I will happily be proven wrong.
Yeah, no, we could very well become the new RC party where we get clipped and turned into user content for sure.
Hey, but you know what? USC's not getting me this week. I see you, Hordes. I know what you do. You're not getting me week 1.
It's not going to be you, Hordes. It's going to be somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the battle of who clips us, Horns or Jay. Who's clipping us?
No, can Jay clip us this week?
Yeah, and the answer is no because I'm going USC.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat as you. They had this is the 2 best recruiting classes, and I do think USC is number 1. I do think USC will probably be the number 1 team going into the season. Maybe Penn State.
I think Texas.
I don't think Texas.
I think it's going to be SC at Texas in my mind. I think
So
Clemson lost a lot. You lost King Williams. You lost
yeah.
you lost Sapp. I think those are two massive losses in general. We'll talk more about
Yeah.
Penn State when we get there too.
Yeah. So I'm going with USC. I just love Bo Mayweather. Bo Mayweather is really hard to be stopped. I do
Dude,
think
I remember.
like Bo Mayweather's probably the most sacked quarterback in the league, probably over the last 2 seasons. And it'll probably be that way again. But he's still gonna make shit happen. Like, let's be
Dude,
honest.
I just remember from my freshman year, Red DM'd me after we play SC. Yo, how do you stop SC? I'm like, find a way to stop that damn quarterback.
Yeah, no, that's the
And
answer.
that's not even a numbers thing. It's literally, if you figure out how to stop Bo, you give yourself a chance. The
Mhm.
issue is he's so hard to stop.
Oh yeah, no, it's really hard to stop, bro. Really hard to stop. It is. I haven't even fucking played him. I've never played him. I've never played him.
Back, 3 years, third year, I'm game planning for him. Yeah, dog. I'm happy. I'm happy because this year we can fight back.
This is the year you find Jesus. Yeah.
But
I'm taking USC over Auburn. Up next
yep,
on YouTube, we got the technically not brand new, but two returning teams to the league: Michigan State, TCU. My good friend Nick is the AD at Michigan State, which is a rebrand of Iowa. So there's still some Iowa blended in there, and then TCU, which is a rebrand of Nebraska. So some Nebraska
yes.
blend in there. I think I'm gonna go Michigan State. I gotta go with my
So
boy. Um, their secondary is incredible. They got Goomba, Bonifacio Ocasio, Nikolai Storm, 3-time All-American, potentially 4. Um, 2-time DPOY candidate. Their secondary is incredible. They lost a lot. I think they're kind of in a net negative mode right now. Like they lost more than they got back
but
in
it just
terms of
happens when a new
quality.
AD comes in, though.
Yeah. And however, I do think TCU is going to be a bit of a rebuild. Like you're taking over where Nebraska left off, and Nebraska didn't leave off in the best place. I
No,
do
I think
think that did a pretty decent job getting those guys in that could help out. He's got good foundational pieces. Um,
yes.
I don't remember his entire draft, but I do know he made a really good first round pick. Um, and I think it'll be a close game,
His
but
his first round pick was Coppa Lotus, who's a safe
yeah,
pick.
I mean, he's a safe pick. He's been in the league for a while. He has a decent chance of becoming a good player. Um, but and this is maybe just more of a familiarity thing for me, but I have seen Nick go to work, and by God, if he is not like I've always called him the best kept secret because until he became an AD, you never saw him anywhere.
Mhm.
The dude tucks his head and goes to work, bro. He knows what he's doing. I'm taking Michigan State. I've seen the man work. I got to give it to him. Look, that team may not be the best quality roster wise altogether, but I think that Michigan State will probably ruin someone's survivor this season.
I think they're a prime candidate because I think people will look at that team and forget who they're coming from. I think is the thing is you have to remember it was Iowa's team and Iowa was a playoff team last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Iowa lost a lot. They lost a lot. They gained a lot. I think Nikolai Storm's a game changer.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with Michigan State. I love what you have at TCU. I have not been secret about I love that roster and where that team is at rebuild wise. I said it a lot last year when I was thinking about if I wanted to apply or not, that was my dream job.
Mm-hmm. Nebraska.
Nebraska was
Mm-hmm.
what I was the team I was the most interested in because I think it's in a better spot because you have the right pieces. You have Boogie Matthews. You know you're gonna have a good quarterback, which you do. because you have these quarterback. I really like where this team is at right now. I think DSH can make a lot of moves, but I got to go with MSU.
Yep. Okay, next one. Going back to the Twitch side, we have Controller taking on his former team and the returning Venom as Cowboys kick off Oregon versus Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Texas. Okay. Here's why. Controller did so much with so little at Oregon. We were kind of in the same position. We started off with a decent foundation, but it wasn't nothing to look at. We were both projected bottom of our conferences. But he brought in such a great class. That same class followed him to Texas. You got Michael Cole. And they've even got someone new in Jerry Harrison. So they replaced is it Jerry or Jeremy? Jerry Harrison?
Jay.
Okay, yeah. So you got your Matt and Cease Miller replacement. Are they as good? Probably not. But it's not
still
that
really good.
it's not that much of a quality drop off, is what I was about to say. Then you have the safety room is Will Wagner. I don't and Aaron Skinner. So really good safeties there. So you have good secondary, great secondary. Your front seven is probably your biggest weakness, but
Like you say, that's the part I worry about.
It's in the defensive line. It's not the linebacker core. That linebacker core is still really good. Marshall Madden.
You still have Lindholm.
Yeah, you still have
Lindholm,
who's a solid,
and Tyrese Taylor.
Tyrese Turner
with Gibbs as well.
Yeah. So you got 4 linebackers there, which I'm going to be honest, I think 4 linebackers might be a little too much.
They have more than 4 on the roster. They have a 3-star as well.
Okay, so they have 5 linebackers?
But I think, are they 3-4 or 4-3?
I don't remember. It might have been 4-3.
I'm looking. I know they're not 4-2-5 or 3-3-5.
I think they went 4-3. Yeah, if
I'm
I'm
looking.
pulling it up. But either way, Marshall Madden's a
They're
game
4-3.
changer. 4-3? Okay. Marshall Madden's a game changer. There's nothing wrong with having depth there. I just feel like their depth could have went elsewhere. Their defensive line is the big worry for me, and that was the big worry at Oregon. They have Lennox Jammer, who's improved a lot.
I don't know if that is their worry.
What's their worry?
Because there's still 4-star DT, 2 5-star DNs.
I'm looking at this from the Simmers perspective. Like,
still, but their weakness is a lot. It would be a lot of team strengths.
No. Honestly, there is.
Oh, it's the receiver room.
Was there
the receiver room? McDonald, Quirk, and then 3 stars.
Yeah, their receiver room
So
is probably the weak spot, which is still a pretty solid room. Yeah. So like they're just a solid team overall. Like I still like thinking of it ratings wise. I do think of their defense at least, the defensive line is probably their weak spot. You got Jammer, who is I want to say
I'm not going to pull up my roster right now.
Yeah, I want to say low 90s.
Look.
I want to say low 90s.
I will say I remember looking at Texas. They're still 99 everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. I will say I love Blake. But compared to season 25 Texas to season 26 Texas, that drop off.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think that was expected, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it went past 99, Texas was 110 last season. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But
I think Oregon I don't think this should overshadow what Oregon did.
Right.
Oregon's the only team that brought in 2 top 10 recruits.
Mm-hmm.
Controller did a great job. I want to give hats off to Controller.
Yep.
I think Oregon's going to be a really competitive team.
Yeah. Venom did a great job with Oregon. Venom did a great job this offseason with Oregon, maintaining and replacing what they lost.
I think they're just going to be – I think week 1's just
week one,
You have to deal with Texas.
week one's always a crapshoot. But
Yeah. That team,
Oregon
I
could very well win this game.
steal this.
Yeah,
I just gotta go with Texas.
I'm going. Yeah, same with Texas. Like when I say that their defensive line is their weakest point, there are a lot of teams that would take that weakest point and be happy with it.
Yeah,
Like they would take all of those players and they would call it a day, and
absolutely.
yeah, they would tap dance their way out of there. But I'm going with Texas there. So far, no differences.
I don't know if that's gonna change here either.
Okay. Yeah, next game, Notre Dame at Ohio State. I'm gonna let you talk about this first because this is your team. Take it away.
So, I want to start with giving credit to Tyree. Tyree's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he and I run some 2K sometimes. I think they did a good job. They landed a top 10 recruit. They have a great D tackle room with Elder and Diesel.
Yep.
I mean, you get State's 4-star corner, which is a huge addition in what was a weak corner recruiting class.
And also, State's a really good center. Like
State's also a great. State's a great addition on that team.
Yep.
I mean, you get a 5-star safety, which is huge. You get Braylon Tyree, which is also huge. This team is going to be full air raid, which will be fun because we did not see that last year out of them.
Do we know what playbook they took?
A&M.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
So they're gonna be a really fun team.
That is gonna be fun.
And which is going to cause a lot of teams trouble because at the end of the day, corners in a lot of weak spots.
Mm-hmm.
But without tooting our own horn, we absolutely killed it this offseason. Like, I will. I mean, if you look at the classes of old to the classes we have now, before this offseason, I was the only rookie landed at Notre Dame since coming back to Notre Dame. We brought in 6 new players.
Mm-hmm.
One was a given because we had to get a quarterback.
Right. Obviously.
But even then, 5, all of them 5-stars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we filled a lot of our weaknesses. I think we're going to have a team that is. We were ahead of schedule last year because when Wookie got to Notre Dame, I think everyone thought this would be a 4 or 5 season process of getting Notre Dame back. It was going to be a while. We were not supposed to be where we were.
It wouldn't be a 1-year turnaround. Yeah.
We didn't think it'd be Wookie gets there. 2 recruiting classes later, we're 4-4, and we go, which was already a 4-win jump at Notre Dame was ridiculous in a 1 year with no recruits.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go out and we have a recruiting class. I think we had a great draft. Time will tell with drafts, though. It's not always about instant. It's about what ends up turning into your class.
Right. Yeah.
But I think we're going to be an explosive team. We're back in Wookie's old stomping grounds of Utah, which is a historic book for Wookie. But I think receiver room is going to be lit with King, Martin, and Dante.
Right.
Ty Avery gets to sling that rock.
Yeah.
And he's the only unknown quarterback walking into the season out of freshman because he didn't play in the newcomer games.
Is he the only one?
He was a kicker. He was a kicker.
Oh wow! Did he make any kicks?
He was 2 for 2.
Oh, on PATs or like field goals?
I don't know.
I didn't even know he was kicker. I thought it was just walk-ons.
No, he was the only kicker named. And he was 2 for 2. And he's like 2 for 2. I'm here. Let it be known Notre Dame got a killer.
Yeah, he's like
which then I said, Wally Wyatt, watch out. Wally Wyatt, watch out, big dog.
Oh, that's why you said that. Okay.
Yeah, because
yeah,
guy
I was
was
gonna say he's like what's his name from the Texans? Justin Reed and then Dare Ogunwog. I'm not even gonna try to say the name. You know what I'm talking about, though.
I'm gonna pick us.
Mm-hmm.
Shaka, I'm going to the homer pick here. I think Ohio State has a chance to pick apart our weakness right now, which is our secondary, which is our weakness right now. From the vibes we're feeling, we don't know how weak that's going to stay.
Yeah.
But right now, that's our weak point, and we'll see how it turns out. But I think Ohio State's going to be a fun team. Tyree's going to have a great time there.
Oh yeah, no, I believe that's his like favorite team.
Favorite school?
Yeah,
He's OSU all the way.
yeah. So it's always great to be like it's always great to be the idea of your favorite team because it just hits different on another level.
Yeah.
I don't get to say the same because I'm not a Bama fan, but let's talk about this real quick. I know me and you have both had our dream jobs, but like, and you'll probably end up realizing this whenever you get where you go eventually. But if Louisville were to ever come into the league, I don't know if I'd leave Bama. I'm like,
Wow. I get that though, because Wes does the same thing at Tennessee where he's just falling in love with it.
yeah, like I know where's on that train
I'd
of
fall in love with Notre Dame.
yeah, like I first of all, I believe you if Wookie stepped down today, you'd be considered as the number one option for that. But yeah, but yeah, that whole thing. I'm going Notre Dame too. I do think that Ohio State has a really good chance to seal it because, like you mentioned, the weakness of the secondary right now, and their scheme is just straight beat up the secondary whenever you can. So I do think there's a really good chance they steal it. Of course, with week one being the crapshoot and all, but you know what you're in for. You know that Ohio State is gonna use Braylon Tyree. Is gonna use, and look, Ben Davis is not known for his arm, but we know that he can freaking sling it, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that it's going to be a really close game. I do think it's going to be maybe a touchdown game, probably. I do think that.
I'm interested to see right now. Obviously, I can't say much
I think it'll be a
of
high
what I think it's
scoring
going to be.
game.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
I think it'll be a high scoring
If-
game. And it's not because your
yeah.
defense is bad. It's just because the area where they succeed the most is where you guys.
But what could
lack
also
the most.
kill them is our defensive line is so good.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you have Braylon Tyree already down the field with the ball in his hand before what's his name?
Okay, Carson
I'm
Clark's
blanking.
going to murder him.
I'm blanking. Damn it. Jamal Pittman.
And
Can get off
okay,
the line.
Vontae Davis too, and Cameron Storm.
Well, shout out Cameron Storm, by the way. Shout out Moore. I hope he gets back in the booth this season. We still haven't got the schedule, by the way. We have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Like I know who I'm with, and I think you know who you're with, but we haven't.
I know my schedule. I know my schedule because I'm out week one. But
yeah, that's also the same reason I got my schedule. But we don't know the schedule yet, so hopefully Mort's back. If he is, great because Mort's incredible. But
Mort's Notre Dame 2-2 too. I love Mort.
Shout out to Mort.
Mort breathes, sleeps, and just everything Notre Dame.
All right. Right. Notre Dame. So still no argument yet.
I think this is going to change quickly.
This could very well be the start of it. Started kicking off our Wednesday night on Twitch. We have Tennessee and North Carolina at Soldier Field. Where are you going with this one?
So this is student versus teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Gunn is part of Ware's outstanding tree.
Yep.
With that being said, it was Gunn won last year, right?
Yeah.
And Gunn also had a great offseason. 5-star DT and brought in generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think I look at this though. Tennessee had a top 5 recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
Brought in another great safety, so we'll probably see a lot more Renee Smith linebacker this year. Brought in multiple great safeties actually.
Yeah.
Brought in a 5-star corner linebacker. I think we are going to see a great season out of Tennessee. So I got to go with Tennessee.
Well, it's not happening yet because I'm also going Tennessee for that same reason.
Yeah. I think it's the next Twitch game is where we can.
Yeah, the weakest their weakest point was the secondary going into this offseason, and they addressed it perfectly, right? They brought in the safety that you were talking about. They brought in
Hayden.
Valdez. Yeah,
Brought
they
in Valdez at corner. They brought
Valdez
in
at corner.
Hayden at
They
safety.
needed corner badly. Like safety, if they didn't get another safety, they would have lived. But they needed a corner badly. They had all 3-star corners, and then they go out and get Valdez, who went from 4 to 5-star. I think that their secondary is rounded out in a good spot. Like you said, Smith's probably going to play a lot more linebacker. And I do think that is when they were at their best, is when Renee Smith was playing linebacker.
I wonder, and I don't remember this because we didn't slander. Could she play corner too?
No, I think it's just linebacker safety.
I'm double checking this real quick. It is linebacker safety. I couldn't remember for a fact.
But linebacker, she'll probably play linebacker. Their defensive line's still great. I believe you still got Caminero and
The D line great. The D line is not as good as it was because you lost Fox.
right. You lost Fox, but you still got Caminero.
They brought in a 4-star to replace Fox, but they're still good on the D line.
Right. So their defense is still really good. Their offense still really good. I do think their receiver room is the receiver room probably still the weakest point of their offense. You got Pete Ware, obviously, 99. Then I think you got Drake Kirby.
Oh, okay. I just to mess up on the roster. Go transferring it over to the roster. Okay, I see what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking at the roster. And there's 2 guys who are not receivers who are listed under receiver, but I know why.
Why?
Newcomer games. I think just stuff
got
messed up because both Valdez and Savage are listed as receivers right now.
Yeah.
No, because they're still they have Rare's receiver.
Kirby.
They still and then there's 2 4-stars. Plus you have Brett Britt, who I'm expecting to play some more receiver for them this year.
Austin's player's name is Kirby, right? Drake Kirby.
Drake Kirby.
Yeah. Okay.
Drake Kirby.
I don't know why I wanted
He's
to
a
say
4-star.
Like Kirby Thomas or something like that.
I think their running back room's weaker because you lose.
Well, obviously, because you had the freaking 3-headed monster of Falcon Chestnut, Gator Gillespie, and Kelby Fulton. Now you don't got Kelby.
When you use Kelby, but you still have Gator and Falcon Chestnut as your running backs.
As your
running backs. Running backs.
But yeah, Tennessee. That's
Tennessee.
I'm taking Tennessee. Would absolutely not be surprised if North Carolina won that game, but I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. Up next on the YouTube side, we got Oklahoma at Miami. This one, I feel like we might butt heads on a little bit, but where are you going with this?
So I do think this is unironically going to be where you and I disagree. Let me double check real quick that I'm not tripping and that one of these 2 didn't have a way better offseason than I recall. I mean, you actually did have a better offseason than I recall. Let me look at rosters real quick. What am I saying? I know what Miami's offense looks like. I don't need to go look at that offense. I was going to go look and check what that offense looked like. I know what they have on offense.
Yeah, like, come on.
Offense ain't the issue in Miami. What does Oklahoma's offense look like is the thing? Would they end up with a quarterback? Oh, it's you who they ended with. I don't know if I'm picking who you think I'm going to pick. Who they draft? Hold on.
I have a feeling
you want to make yours real quick?
Episode.
You want to make yours real quick?
Yeah, I'm going Miami. I don't know that this is a hot take just because of. I do think that both of the hold on. All right, wait a minute. Both of these, there we go. Rosters have kind of dropped off a little bit, but like Yost has 2 generational talents. Okay, both of them can play receiver. Then you got Devin Yost who can play corner. Warwick is already going to be insanely good. You got Gibson, who kind of came into his own towards the end of last season. Then you got their defensive line is pretty solid. And then in the draft, which this is what a lot of people didn't bring up on the draft show and in the chat, but they got Bill Cruz back because they were able to draft him. I think that might have been the biggest mistake that anyone could have ever let happen. Now, granted, he is a ninja, but he was a 3-star. A lot of people don't want to take that risk, but with the
I was gonna say,
familiarity with the familiarity that they have with each other, I would not be surprised if we see his safety all the way up there again. I do think a lot of people made a mistake there. So their secondary is good, their linebacker room's good. Their defensive line, from what I remember, is still good. Their offense is amazing. They still got.
Miami's D line's not what it was
It's not what it was.
because Bill Cruz was at the end.
Yeah, and then who were their D tack? No, yeah, their D line isn't as good as I thought it was. I was just thinking off the top of my head, but their
They
offense
still
is
have
still great.
Jenkins, but they 5-star D tackle and then force.
Okay, yeah. So, but their offense is still great. They still got Archer.
You see, the offense is gonna be insane still.
Yeah, they got Archer. They got Warwick and Yost, and then let's be honest. I mean, Gibson doesn't need to be great because he's got 2 generational talents surrounding him. Like, just hit your guy and you're gonna win some games. Here's where my disconnect with Oklahoma is. I'm not a big fan of Michael Amber. Michael Amber, that build, that Cy Hills build, I believe it is. It's not a great build. It's a build that I don't even think is purchasable anymore. It's the build that
Cy Hills.
Yeah, the Cy Hill. I believe it's the build that was given to Nebraska with Lincoln League, USC with Troy League, Texas with Bo Jones. It can work, but you have to have the receiver talent around you to make it work. Oklahoma doesn't have that.
I'm not gonna fight you. I do think this is Miami. I think OU is gonna take a minute to get rolling. That's why.
Yeah,
It's not
their
even.
defense.
I think
out of this world.
defense is
Pretty
gonna be good.
Their offense just isn't going to be able to keep up, and that's where I'm at on it. I'm taking Miami.
Yeah. This is where I think you and I disagree.
It might be Colorado versus Texas A&M. Texas kickoff, 8:30 on Twitch. I'm gonna let you go
I know
first.
who I'm picking.
Go ahead.
Count of three.
Okay.
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Colorado.
A&M.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
There it is. There it is.
Let's talk about it.
You want to hype up Rado? I'll hype up AMU then.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I will say these are 2 natty contenders. I think you and I can agree there.
Yeah. I was about to make a bold statement, but I already know it's gonna blow up in my face.
What were you gonna say? That A&M's not.
I think Colorado is the natty contender.
I think
not named USC.
It's USC.
Not named USC.
I think it's USC.
Not named USC.
No. So here's why I am rocking with A&M.
Okay.
I think Cade is outstanding as an AD. Cade obviously cannot watch this because I'm complimenting him. And me doing this will fill his head so much that anytime I try to mess with him, he will clip this out of just, see, but you do love me. Because that is who Cade is. But I think they're defensively great. Got Skeeter, you got Clark, and you got Bill Connor. You have Keontae King, the largest player with Martell. Your defensive tackles are good. You get rid of the liability defensive end you had in Jorgen. You know who Jorgen's player was, right? User was, right?
Cage.
Yep. I think you have a great running back. Linebacker room, you have. I am team. I am huge on the with the right two GTs. You can rock two GTs. They have the right two GTs in Red Hawk and Axis
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna have special quarterback. Your receiver room is gonna be good. You still have Beatty. You have Walsh, and you have Lillian Pageant, the best pageant.
Yep.
I think this team doesn't really have a. This team has a weakness at safety, which is the problem. And with who they're going to be playing, that's a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I think A&M is going to do what A&M does and has consistently done, and that's win a lot of football games. I mean, since Kata stepped in the building, the worst season he has had is 5-4.
Yeah.
Sorry, his worst season, he was 2-6 the first year there. You know, getting his bases, and then he went back-to-back natties after that.
This is where my
Cade
head's
wins.
at. Oh, go ahead.
Cade wins. Cade just wins.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, I feel the exact same way about Sky. Sky's a winner. He had his best season last season, and I think he's going to build on that. I don't think this team has a weakness. I'm going to be honest. This team doesn't have a weakness.
Oh, I can find one.
Do it. Get back to me on that. Their receiver room's perfect. I do think I don't think there's a receiver room in the CFSL better than this one. As much like if I can't say Bama, I think it's Colorado. I think Quincy Asher, former offensive player of the year, multi-time All-American, Pooh Sparrow, who's been great, Malik Benton, who's been great. Then you got Mac Miles, the freshman. Fresh, shout out to Fresh. 6'7", 315, by the way. Insane build. We've seen it in newcomer games. That build is gonna be like really freaking good. Their offense is incredible. Then you still got Tom Morrow at running back. Then you got the freshman Myron Jones, who's a 4-star. You got a nice 1-2 punch back there. Fremont coming off of his best season. Your linebacker room is insane, right? You got Carter Washington, who's
But Carter Washington has to play end to tight end.
No, he can play linebacker. Oh wait,
No, because his former player was the linebacker.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yes, no, because even if you look at his
Is that how
recruiting
it works?
profile, even his recruiting profile said
So
tight end. He can't play linebacker regularly
Wow.
because his last player was a linebacker.
Okay, well then, still their linebacker room's incredible. You got Jay Ramirez, the freshman, who they got to 5-star.
So it doesn't affect the linebacker. I think they went 4-2-5 in game.
Yeah, I mean they could go 3-3-5 and they still be incredible. Three good linebackers, all of them 5 stars.
Yeah, they went 4-2-5.
Okay, yeah. So then you got a really good depth linebacker there, right? Their safety room's great. Still, you still got Jaden Sanders, and you got.
I don't have a weakness, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You still got Jaden Sanders and Camden Banks. And even Jaden Miller's a solid second. Is Camden Banks still there? I think he is. Yeah.
Who?
Camden Banks. He's there. Yeah. So you got Jaden Sanders, Camden Banks, and Jaden Miller, who are 3 good safeties. Jaden Miller is going to be a good second option. Good strong safety too as well. Then you got the defensive line, which is their weakest point, but not weak by any means at all. Actually, no, never mind. I was looking at Carter Washington as a linebacker, but
no, I was gonna say you have 2 5-star DN, who are both going to be.
You got Dante Crow, who's my breakout MVP.
This team is insane. I'm still riding with my boys at A&M.
Like you have Dante Crow, who's my breakout MVP. You got Jeremy Jacklin, a 4-star. You got Tessa Lee, who was incredible. I believe All-American last season. Atsuhiro Moore, who will be a very, very good backup. Same with Billy Fossey. Whoever you decide to start there is going to be good. And then you got Carter freaking Washington, who, by the way, had 2 interceptions. So, and the whole reason I made Dante Crow the MVP is because I didn't want to go the generational talent route.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, not a single weakness on this team, in my opinion. I think like if it's not USC, I think this is the team to beat. If it's not
Absolutely.
USC, so again, week one's the crapshoot. We're gonna say this 30 times, but I'm taking Colorado. This is our first
I would say
disagreement.
week one is quite literally what's your best numbers and just throw them out there.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll intro the next game for us since you'll have a lot to say. Over on YouTube, Michigan at Alabama.
That's me. Yeah. Line us up against the 07 Patriots. I'm still taking Alabama.
When both of y'all can't win the big game, so
Huh? Yeah, no, I'm taking Alabama, obviously. Like I love where we're at. I love the playbook we took. I think it's a really interesting choice, and it's going to be hard to figure
I
out.
like that. I love that choice for you. I love North Texas.
I think it could be a hard to figure out choice. There are things that I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about. You know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's
Yep,
private. Like only
I wouldn't talk about it.
yeah, let's not talk about it, but there are reasons why I'm leaning us regardless. And
I'm
then
picking you guys.
um but yeah, so I'm picking us.
No,
I don't have to
I'm gonna
explain
highlight.
picking us. I think our
I'm gonna
team
highlight what Michigan did real quick in the offseason.
yeah.
You have a great quarterback, a proven quarterback. Jet Cannon
Yep.
is over there.
Mm-hmm. Who's
He's
also the
gonna be great.
assistant head coach
Who's
there
the
too.
assistant head coach now? He's a
Yeah.
former AD of the year.
Yeah.
You bring in Radloff, who's a monster D tackle.
Mm-hmm. Best. Probably the best D tackle in the class.
I mean, he was the
Yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah.
And you bring in two great tight ends. They had a solid draft.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just going to be outgunned week one.
Yeah. This is the sad part about week one is you can say this, and a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of people that will say this in week 8. And I said it last season. If you gave us the week 8 roster that we had and let us replay our entire schedule, we probably would have only lost one game. And
Yeah, I think I can say we would have won
yeah,
5 or
like
6 games if we had a week 8
everyone
schedule.
feels that
Game
way.
team. I
If you're
think if we had a
giving
week in our books, we ended up at when we got to the end of week 8 with the
Mhm.
upgrades we had. I think we would have won 1 or 2 more games, and we wouldn't have lost some of the games we lost.
Yeah, like that's at least where I think I know probably a lot of other people think that way too. But yeah, roll tide.
Yeah.
Roll tide. Come on now. I'm taking us every week. Don't get surprised. All right.
Except next week.
I'm still taking us. Don't get surprised. That'll be a fun episode too, won't it?
Oh yeah.
That'll be a great episode. All right. We have the national runner-up Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the ACC champion Clemson Tigers to kick off Thursday night. I'm gonna start this one off. I'm going Penn State. I think Smitty Travis is an incredible AD. I think that they've improved exactly where they needed to improve, and they didn't need to improve much. That like their team was pretty complete. They didn't lose a lot of guys, but they they got back what they needed, and I think they're gonna make a good run again this season. Clemson, they're incredible. I love Wetzel. I just don't think that they're up to par with Penn State right now.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Only time you might hear me talk positive about Clemson.
Mm.
No, I love Vetchel. He and I had a good laugh last year because no one saw week 8 ACC championship Notre Dame versus Clemson coming. No one saw that coming.
No one.
I don't even think the team, Clemson or Notre Dame, thought.
And I told Wookie after we played in week 3, I said Notre Dame is going to be a lot better. You can ask Flash, you can ask Wookie. I said Notre Dame is going to be a lot better than y'all have been given credit for. I told Flash in week 1 that y'all were beating Nebraska. I told Wookie after we played y'all in week 3 that y'all are going to be a lot better than you're giving credit for.
Yes,
And
no, we knew we were like right there.
now,
Like the Oregon loss hurt, y'all hurt because we knew a lot of that any other sim that doesn't happen that way. But I think Clemson had a great offseason. I want to give them credit. TD Jackson looks like a baller. Durbin's the best back. Jimbo Smith is the best linebacker in the class that wasn't a DT.
mhm,
I think Penn State reloaded where they needed to reload perfectly.
yeah,
You know, Richard Williams was always going to be a tough replacement. King Williams. He was a monster. I think you get support guys running back in Alex Reed. You're also getting Yuri, so you have a great running back room.
mhm, yep,
You know, you get Cassius Creed, who's a 5-star tight end still. Your safety room is steep. You get Jackson Lucas. You get Apollo Sanchez, both proven guys.
mhm,
I think Penn State's going to be where they were to end the season, and that's going to be a great team.
yeah. They're better than where they ended last season, and that's a really good place to start because there's still a lot of room
Yes.
for growth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's a scary team. Like it's very hard to put a finger on who's going to win the national championship. We know who the favorite is, right? But 9 times out of 10, the favorite is not the one that goes all the way.
I count 9 teams I'd pick to win a natty without arguing against someone that they aren't there. I think there's 9 teams at that level.
Yeah.
I'll happily say them.
Yeah, we'll end off with that. We'll end off with
Okay.
that. But yeah, so we both
Who
agree
said?
Penn State. Up next, we got Georgia at West Virginia. This is gonna be fun. Okay, like a lot of people
It'll
look
be a
at this
fun
game
game.
and are like, oh, okay, let's skip. But no, this is gonna be fun. Like Murph and I believe
Rob.
no, I know
Or
it's
you're looking
Rob.
at the
I
coach.
was I know it was Rob. I was thinking of a time someone said something about Murph. A lot of people say this. Murph has no business being in games that he's in a lot of the time.
Yeah.
He's incredible at making everybody sweat. Rob is the same way.
Yeah.
I do think this is going to be a really good game, but I do think that Georgia loaded up a little bit better than West Virginia did. I do think that West Virginia had a really good draft. I do think that they're going to win a game this season first and foremost. That first overall pick, Canelo Duplessis, we already knew that was going to happen. So they have a solid foundation in the secondary with Poole and Duplessis. So I do think that they can make this really hard for Georgia.
I think I'm going Georgia, and I think it's going to fall to this. West Virginia's strength is their secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's the only team that's going to live by the run this year.
Yeah, they got
Like
Stuart
they did
Sherman,
last year.
right? Or
They brought in Stuart Sherman.
mm-hmm.
The receiver room's still not great unless they got a guy, signed someone I'm not thinking of at the top of my head.
Russ Juilliard. They got that Russ Juilliard, 4-star
Yeah, they got Juliet, and they have Bryant, but Bryant is a
tight end.
blocker. I think this team's gonna go and live by the run. That's what they do.
Yeah, I don't think Georgia's much better than they were last. Like I think Georgia has the same identity coming into this season that they had last season.
And I think
will say
that's
that
just not a
improved.
good identity for. I also don't think that's a good identity for West Virginia to play.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't think West Virginia is built to stop the run. They're built to stop the pass. Like there's going to be a lot of teams that struggle with West Virginia because of their secondary.
The secondary is great.
Yeah. But Georgia's winning this game. And while we're on this topic, once we get done with this, we'll talk about like where we're going in Survivor, like and stuff like that this week, because we're getting everything back going. All right, up next on Twitch, we got Florida at Florida State.
Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State.
I got it. I got it. I love what Adam does.
Mm-hmm.
There's been many a times I almost played for Adam in this league. I've hit recruiting 3 times. 2 of the times, he was the one who hurt the most to say no to.
Yeah.
Both times I
That's
was in pain.
that's my AD Gramps right there.
Like, I love Adam.
Yeah.
I think Florida State's just in a great place.
Yeah. Florida State is in a side like Florida State didn't have the best recruiting class by any means, but
Still got 1-5.
yeah, they had a solid recruiting class. They didn't have the best one, but I do think they were already set in a very good spot to begin with.
I worry with Florida State, and this is just not a team that's gonna, it won't be felt against Florida because Florida doesn't have the secondary to take advantage of this. It's FSU doesn't have a receiver room.
Yeah. Um, but Florida also doesn't have the best receiver room either, if I remember.
They brought in Schultz, who's gonna put in work
Wait,
for
wait,
them
wait,
at
wait,
receiver.
wait, wait, wait. Hold on. Florida got Schultz?
It's an event game. Yeah,
Alexander Schultz. Like, I didn't even
Alexander
realize
Schultz
that.
is at Florida in the
Dude,
Missouri book with Babs quarterback. That dude is gonna have a year. You have a pure slinger in the Missouri playbook,
what
and you're
is
by
with
far the best receiver.
no, can we talk about this? What is this? What is with Adam stealing all of the ex Florida State players? You got Bear Michaels who went from Florida State to Florida, and then now you got Schultz who went from Florida State to Florida.
So I guess Florida State's receiver room is better than I thought.
What do they got?
They still have a 5 and a 4-star. They have Fink and
Thank you.
Stewart still.
Pretty
But your
solid.
safety room at Florida State's great. Your D line is your buying point.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, the DN's not what it once was. Your corner room's great. Your safety room's great. Linebacker room is solid.
Mm-hmm.
I think Florida State. I think this is 4 win 100 for Grin as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. This could very well be Grin's 100th win, and I think it will be. I just think Florida State's a more well-rounded team than what Florida is right now. I think
But I
Florida
also
can
think
be
Florida's
good.
going to be better than. I think Florida's is going to be the team that scares team again.
Yeah,
I think they're going to scare some teams because Adam is really good at what he does.
yeah. Adam is great. Shout out to my AD Grams right there. Um, yeah, it's crazy to think that Nick is technically my AD son, and he's like 20 years older than me. So yeah,
Yep.
even like this is why I'm like a little weird with the AD trees thing. Is technically Nick is on my tree, but he shouldn't be on my tree. He should be in Ware's tree. Like
Hey, take your win.
where yeah, I'm gonna take my win where I got it because he's fucking insane. Like he's incredible. All right. Uh but where got him to where he was at, I did what I could to help him get that final touch to get that spot. Um yeah, so Florida State and I believe we got two more. Oh, we actually got one more. Uh the Wiener Gang at LSU. With Trips and Captain Rush leading the helm, going up against the brand new NC State Wolfpack with returning AD and second all-time leading AD in wins, Matt Pack leading the Wolfpack. LSU versus NC State to end off the week on YouTube. Where are you going?
I think both these teams are going to be in an okay place.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're both going to have their early struggles. I think both these teams are going to have buy-in because that's what Pack and Trips do is they get buy-in. I think this is not as much as where these teams will end versus just what's on paper now.
Mm-hmm.
Trips has a better roster.
Yeah, and I think
And I
this
think
game is
that's just going to
crucial.
shine.
This game is it's when you're in an 8-game season, every game is crucial. But I think this opening one could be the difference. And making the playoffs or not. This is probably, on paper, going to be Tripp's easiest game all season. On paper.
I just saw what that conference is. Dear Lord, Trips is going to have a journey.
Yeah. Now, this is why I said on paper. I made sure to emphasize that. Matt Pack isn't the second leading AD in wins for no reason. Exactly. He knows how to work with nothing if it comes down to it, but he doesn't have nothing. He has a solid foundation. He's got a really good running back. He's got who's his player again? I don't even know.
He doesn't have a. Oh, yeah, no, he did sign Russell one. His player is Rustin Longmire.
Yeah. So like he has some solid players there. I just think
You have Jalen Tomlinson. You have Crew Henderson.
mhm.
Busby's your quarterback.
You have a solid foundation from what Virginia Tech was. He went into the draft with, I believe, eight roster like spots filled. So if you can get some buy-in from some of those draft picks, and I don't know if all of them have signed their LOIs, but if he has, that's super impressive. Like if every single draft pick signed an LOI, great. Like
They have not.
not all of them.
No.
How many are there?
He is sitting at 6 signed right now.
Okay, so 14 roster spots.
Yes.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. If like those guys do gotta hurry up. And this is a lot of reason I'm picking LSU too. Is you don't want to go into, which obviously I do think more of those guys are gonna sign. If you go into that game with only 14 people on your roster.
He has 10 more people who need to sign still.
Yeah. If you go
so he's
into
actually
this
at
game
50
with only 14, 15 people on your roster, you're not winning.
What he has going for him right now,
Mhm.
he has a full corner room. He has 3 corners. He has 2 safeties. He only has 1 walk-on D lineman if he's in a 4-3 or 4-2-5.
Mhm.
He has 2 linebackers. He only was looking at a walk-on tight end and a walk-on receiver on offense.
Wow.
So he is actually well-rounded in what has signed.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has and hasn't had. What his defensive book is, and he could always change that.
That depth matters so much.
The depth will be huge, especially at receiver.
Because if Trips is gonna play this like I think he will, like I think he should, he's gonna try and play the long game. And the longer that game goes, the more you're gonna have to worry about those walk-on defensive linemen, walk-on linebackers, walk-on corners, walk-on safeties. You can just take advantage of that. I don't think that Trips has ever really been the quick hitter type. Like the one and done drives. Like I think he's.
Oh, he was at Oregon with Earl the year they went on the run.
That was when he had Dylan Powell and all them. Like his receiver room was insane there, but in this situation, like you have.
He's in the Hawaii book this year.
Oh my god. Is that an air raid or a pro? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's air raid, but let me double check.
Shit, never mind. Either way.
Oh, you say it's just the personnel. They have 4-star running backs. You sometimes just gotta.
Yeah, but either way, like going into a game with 14 people on your roster is not the best spot. I obviously think there's going to be more people that end up signing, but that's not the.
It's pro. It is pro.
Pro, yeah, but that's obviously not the spot you want to be in with 14 roster spots currently. And I do think more will sign, but I don't think you'll get everybody in there.
I think Pack will end up in a fine spot.
Yeah, he'll end up in a fine spot, but it's just a matter of how much buy-in can he get before this game. And I just think LSU is better, well-rounded right now. Yeah. So you're the same way, LSU?
I'm LSU.
Yeah. So I think
we only disagreed in one game.
Was it one
Colorado,
or two?
TAMU.
Colorado and Timu.
Timu.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Obviously, next week we're gonna disagree. We haven't seen the full schedule yet. Oh yeah, we have. No, yeah, we have. We just haven't put it all together. I don't think Johnny's made that big
Because
graphic that he usually
Johnny
does.
hasn't made the big
Yeah,
graphic yet.
we have seen the full schedule. So, but we haven't had a chance to like look at it all in the grand scheme. We've kind of had to piece it all together, I guess. But um, yeah. While let's finish this out. Let's talk about where are you going Survivor week 1.
Do we want to? I do we want to put that on air since that's for codes? I don't think we put that on air.
We don't put that on air. Okay.
I
I
think
mean,
we.
well,
I think we
also
talk
like
title
I
contenders.
talk about betting advice like in the articles. So
That's fair.
like
I don't
let's be
want the
real.
lines.
I
Week
got
one
knocked out.
lines are going to be so hard.
I got knocked out in week 1 last year. Like it's very well that
I'm so
people
confident in my. So I'll talk my strategy. I didn't win Survivor last year. Last year, I think I got eliminated from me forgetting to make a pick.
No, last year I got eliminated week 2 or it was week 2. I think it was like Ohio State,
no,
Miami or whatever.
I got eliminated from not making a pick. I historically do okay. I'm solid at pick'em and I'm solid at sportsbook.
Yeah,
That's always been
sportsbook.
my
I
thing.
was first. By the way, bet with Valente every week. 5 games each week. Article every week for the next 10 weeks. But I was the number 1 AD. I think I was like 5th overall. So yeah,
Yeah.
bet with me.
My
Get it done.
strategy with Survivor has always been you have to get to week 8 before you can even think about winning.
Right, absolutely. You can lose,
Like
but you can't win until
you can lose whenever, but you can't win until the end.
Yep.
And I play that way of I'm picking to win that week. I don't care. I would rather get myself out of a pickle later
Mm-hmm.
and have to settle for a pick in week 6 than I'm out in week 1 and I don't even have a chance.
Yeah.
Like
So
I already know who my pick is.
do we want to go with survivors? I mean,
No,
no.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
say mine.
I was gonna say
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
even
say
really
mine.
sure yet. Anyway,
I know who mine is.
I'm
We
not
can
even
talk
sure
about
yet.
natty contenders though.
Yeah,
Who we
natty
think natty
contenders.
contenders are.
Okay. Well, we know we can name our natty contenders, but we're gonna make our like early, way too early pick as well. So
For natty's winner.
yeah, natty contenders.
Can we without picking ourselves? Without picking ourselves
without
to win
picking
the natty.
ourselves. So
I think contenders we can say ourselves.
okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
I think
USC,
USC, Auburn,
Auburn, Texas, Texas A&M,
Texas, Penn State,
Penn State,
Colorado,
A&M,
A&M. I think
Colorado,
Tennessee's in there.
Tennessee. That's 9 right there.
I think those are the 9.
Yeah.
Want me to be honest.
Sorry if we missed a couple, but if we missed you, that's probably because
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
huh?
Just
Yeah,
prove us wrong if we didn't say
we're
you.
wrong. Look, look.
Prove
If
us
we're
wrong.
wrong, we're wrong. That's the
Like
best
I
part.
will.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say earlier. Like the whole like, oh, they're playing high school teams thing that like Mike said on the Inside Blitz. It never bothered me. It bothered people in our locker room,
No.
but at the same time, like, and it
I
probably didn't
understood
bother
it.
me as much because I'm on the content team and on the broadcast team, and we're
It was
like,
for the story.
yeah, like
Like
the
I
best
said, I'm
part
fine with
about a
that.
story, the best part about a story is seeing
Get to the end.
seeing it to the end. Like, yeah, you're being called a high school team. Or you're saying, oh, you're beating up high school teams. Go beat up on the big dog. We went and blew out Tennessee that week, and then we started turning heads. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do is
I said that week we blew out Virginia Tech.
yeah. Like after we had beat you guys, they started saying, "Oh, we beat a high school team." Then you guys went on that incredible run, and then we went our
Yeah, then we
incredible
went and
run.
blew out Virginia Tech. We beat a great Miami team.
Yeah,
Like we
like
prove us wrong. I have never been one who will stand by if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Prove me
yeah,
wrong.
like clip us. That's what I
Yeah.
want to be. I want to be in user content being wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wookie turned me into
And if we're
Alabama
ready-
Jones. He turned me into Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
y'all are not ready for what I have for you guys next week.
I am, because I live for this shit, bro. You don't get it. I live for this shit. Yeah, Wookie turned me into Indiana Jones. Like, clip
Yeah.
us if we're fucking wrong. If we
Let's have fun.
suck,
Have fun.
yeah, have fun. That's what we're here for. We want to be look, if Auburn wins this week, we're both fucked.
Oh,
Jay's on our ass. Jay's on our ass.
Dog. Jay's on our ass. Hell, if
Yeah.
we're wrong and like, see who else?
Yeah.
Who else would get us? If Florida wins, Babs is gonna get us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like Babs will get us.
I could see
Like, dog,
yeah,
I'm just happy CFSL is back.
this is my favorite part.
I miss this.
Yeah, it's
I miss
always
this so much.
like it's always fun to sit and talk about. Like me and you, we talk about it in our own time anyway.
Oh
But
my
it's
god, so
like,
much.
you ever have those conversations with your friends and then you ask yourself, why are you not doing a podcast together? This is shit that would be a viral podcast.
Dog, I don't know how many times you and I are in a CVC together and CFSL don't get mentioned.
Yeah, no, like every time. And it felt perfect. Like it felt perfect. But I could imagine Flash, Jay, and Babs all clipping us.
Oh, absolutely.
And Venom. No, I can imagine Venom clipping us. Yeah. I don't know if Venom would
This guy's
waste his time, but
horns.
horns, yeah.
Horns.
But we
both
picked
of them.
we picked USC.
Both of, but any given week, both of them could get us.
Yeah, yeah.
I promise you, I'm picking us against them week 3.
Horns. Bo Bible horns. There we go. If you're watching this, if we ever get something wrong, write a diss track on us, please. I need it. I need it.
We will embrace it.
I want it.
Theme song
really
for the
want
show.
it. I really
We
want
don't
it.
care.
Look,
Give
okay,
me it.
If look, the younger horns may watch this, so whoever makes it to this point, get it to Horns
Oh, don't let it up
Nation.
in the
Is it
California
Horns
girls
Nation?
edit.
Get it to Bo Bible Horns. All right. If he
Dog,
makes
I'm
a
telling
diss
you
track
now.
on us, it'll be the intro song. Y'all saw that intro? It's something light. It'll be the intro
Dog.
song.
I promise you, we're gonna end up on a California girls edit at some
Oh, we
point.
will. No, we will. Yeah. And you know what? That's what we're here for. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever.
I promise it.
All right. Way too early 90 picks before we send this home. Who do you got?
Without picking us,
Mm-hmm.
our own teams. So, who are playing in the Natty or who's winning?
Both.
So, give me Texas USC.
Okay.
And it pains me so much to say it. Because fuck SC. But as the unbiased podcast person, I will be here.
It
I
really
think
pains
USC.
me. Pains me to say
You
this
think it's
because
USC?
pains me to say this because I come from Texas and I'd never wanted to do this. And I would never do this if my former AD was there still. But I got to do it. It hurts. It hurts. It's where I came from. It's the only team I've ever known not named Alabama. But Controller's really freaking good at what he does. He had no reason being in the Final Four, and he still was there.
Yeah.
I do think he's a very good candidate to be in that group. But I also think that he was on the easier side of the bracket too. We got to compensate for that. Tennessee was a lower rated team. Who did he beat in the first round? Oklahoma's a great win. Oklahoma's a great win. Can't take it from him. Tennessee was a lower rated team. Uh, yeah, but I think controller is good enough to make it to the national championship. However, I'm gonna go USC, and I'm gonna go USC and Penn State. No. Yeah, USC and Penn State. I'm gonna have USC winning it. This is gonna look bad on us. I already know.
So
At least there won't be horns that clips us, though.
Oregon's path was OU to Tennessee, then to Penn State.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Penn State and USC, and I'm gonna take USC to win. I think this is gonna be the first rivalry national championship game since Texas and Texas A&M.
Dog, you realize that you know what you just said? Texas A&M was 2 seasons ago.
I know, but before that,
There's been one national. Yeah, you said since. There's been
Okay.
one natty since
Okay,
Texas and Texas A&M.
my bad. The only other rivalry game in the national championship. Is that better?
I was gonna say yes. I was gonna say since dog. There's been one natty.
See, it was what UNC. Did UNC play Miami?
Yeah, but that was the rivalry.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's UNC and
That's not the rivalry. It's UNC.
Yeah.
Who's UNC attached
Oh
to?
my god, why am I blanking?
Who's UNC attached to? NC.
And huh?
They attached to NC State because it was VT.
Okay, so it was VT. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, huh? How are they attached
Because,
themselves? No, yeah.
Because it's us, Clemson, Miami, FSU.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's where I'm at on that. We're totally gonna be wrong. There's so many good teams.
Good.
Like, look, everybody puts in a ton of sims each week, and a lot of them probably go your way. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
But the only one that matters is the one that you see on twitch.tv and youtube.com. So, like, I'll be honest. I told Mike, I was like, hey, we did not win a lot of sims against Tennessee last season. When we beat them the way we did, don't know how we won that game. But we did.
Yeah.
All you need is a chance, and everybody has a chance. It's just got to be the right time. And speaking of the right time is back because Tuesday night, we get back to the season.
Thank God.
Season 26. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be back in the booth. I'm excited to see who I'm in the booth with because they still, actually, they did tell me that, but I'm excited to see all the pairings because that'll be cool. I'm excited to get back in the booth. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this though. Weekly, we're gonna try to aim for Saturday, Sunday each week. This episode is really long. I haven't even looked, but I think that's where
I just looked at Discord because I sent the action message. It's been a minute, but it makes sense.
Look,
we're off season. We had off season coverage too for teams.
Yeah,
I mean it's around the CFSL for a reason.
Yeah, we're not trying to limit ourselves to time constraint. I think that's where we're a little more different than like the RC party is. They would kind of cut off.
We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go.
We're gonna send it all the way through. If it takes us that long, it does. If y'all want to hang around with us, stay tuned. Next week we'll be back. Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. Like I said, it's gonna be an every weekend thing through the season. Hopefully, through the off season as well, but it really just depends on what the topics of conversation are on that time. But yeah, with that being said, everybody make sure to drop and subscribe to this channel. Turn on those notices so every weekend that we post an episode, you can be notified. I haven't thought of an outro yet. We're gonna have to.
I got us.
All right, go ahead. What's the cheesy catchphrase?
Week 1, walking in, only good things to come. The other day, you just spent way too much time with Valente and I, as we went around the CFSL talking about what's to come. Thank you all for watching. And you know what? See you next week.